Welcome inside our Florham Park studios. I'm Eric Allen. We're continuing to break down the 2015 NFL Draft. Now with our hotline, let's go all the way out to Los Angeles, California, and bring in Scott Wolf from the Los Angeles Daily News. Scott, you've covered a lot of Leonard Williams' collegiate career. What was going through your mind when you saw his name still on the board after the first 5 picks, when a lot of folks thought he could be one of the top 2 or 3 overall selections in this draft?
Well, everything I read said he was the number 1 player in terms of just pure ability, so I never imagined he'd fall out of the top 5 picks. It was very surprising. I thought the Jets, whether or not that's their need, I don't know, because I'm not a big expert on the Jets, but I thought, it's too good to pass up probably from their perspective.
Scott, just how dominant of a performer was Leonard at the collegiate level? I know he's been described by some as too athletic for guards and too powerful for tackles.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a freak of nature in some ways. He's a big, strong guy, but he's also a quick, athletic guy. And, I really think, I covered every game he played at USC, but to me, the times that I remember the most are in practice when he was just demolishing guys in drills when he could have easily taken it easy, and I think he worked harder than anybody in practices. I think that's going to serve him well in the NFL, and I think, he's going to make a quick impact.
Yeah, that's one thing that everybody who talks about Leonard mentions is his spirit and his passion. Does he have natural leadership qualities considering what he brings to the table, his work ethic?
Well, I think, he's one of those guys that they say will lead by example, which I think that's going to be a good thing because he's not going to offend anyone older than him because he's a really kind of gentle, soft-spoken guy, but he becomes very intense on the football field. So I think that it's going to rub off on other people, his work ethic, and at the same time, he's not going to be obnoxious. He's not going to be a problem in the locker room. He's going to be a team player.
Scott, just how much of an asset is Leonard's versatility going to be for the New York Jets?
I think that's going to be a big plus because I know he can play every position basically because at SC he would line up at defensive end, he'd line up at tackle. He does have that versatility, and I don't think there's going to be any problems moving him around and maybe keeping the opponent off balance, trying to figure out, where he is. And that'll, I think, make him hard to double team, too, once he gets established in the league.